Scooby and the gang meet Loey reviews.
Good evening, and what's happening, fuckers? I've been set quite the challenge. Some real drink the Among Us potion at 3 AM type shit. I've been tasked by the estate of my great-great-grandfather, Sir Lowsworth Reviewington, to spend an evening in this creepy fucking mansion. Only problem is that apparently, this place is haunted by the ghost of a failed British TV presenter, and it's said he stalks the halls at night. But I ain't even scared. So I've prepared a light snack, prepared some light crack, and have with me a copy of Scooby Doo Night of 100 Frights. So let's get into it. Scooby Doo Night of 100 Frights is a third-person action platformer, and
what the dog doing?
Simulator. In the role of hecking wholesome doggo Scooby Doo, you are tasked with jumping, swinging, and busting it down sexual style throughout the grounds of a spooky haunted mansion, trying to solve the mystery of the owner's disappearance and defeat the evil mastermind Tim Curry. The game combines third-person platforming with elements from Metroidvania titles, with a branching overworld being locked off behind obstacles that require revisiting when power-ups are unlocked later in the game. Additionally, Scooby snacks are scattered throughout each level, which are required to unlock warp gates and open doors within the world. The troll told these gates charge inflate quickly, so often you'll end up trying to collect every snack so you're never caught short. Combine this with items such as cake and burgers being used to restore health, and you begin to realize that this game isn't a cacado avocado simulator. Night of 100 Frights gameplay is pretty solid. Scooby controls quite well, which given the quality of other similar licensed games from this era, isn't always the case. Initially your movement options are quite limited, an example only being able to stun enemies larger than a rat bullock, but after unlocking upgrades such as the double jump and glide functions, the controls come together in a way that is satisfying to use. The game also includes enemies based on notable monsters from the show, with classics such as Wolfman, the Creeper, and the Caveman present as regular enemies, which is nice to see. Lesser licensed games often lean heavily on generic enemies like spiders or skeletons, but Night of 100 Frights feels like it was made as a sincere homage to the series, rather than a cheap cash grab. Which is nice, because frankly, skeletons would have been too scary.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
However, it is not without its faults, the biggest of which is a fixed camera. As a game that involves a great deal of jumping and swinging, Night of 100 Frights suffers from issues with depth perception and leaps of faith during certain sections due to poor camera placement, making landings and jumps harder than EDP 445 in a nursery. In addition to this, the amount of backtracking this game requires becomes an issue when combined with one of the worst maps in gaming, making it easy to lose track of where you need to be going. One other criticism is that the boss fights are very simplistic even by children's licensed game standard, and offer basically no challenge for any player with an IQ higher than room temperature, or an age higher than EDP's dating range.
Jingle jangle jewelry, jingle jangle jewelry, jingle jangle jewelry, lovely, lovely, lovely.
Night of 100 Frights presentation is really this game's greatest strength. The graphics attempt to recreate the style and feel of the early Scooby Doo seasons, and does a good job in terms of both character models and environments, even if Velma sometimes gives off the kind of 1,000-yard stare of someone who was in Vietnam. While attempting an art style this dark could have left the game looking more drab than an average UK high street, Night of 100 Frights makes it work. It even goes as far as recreating the original show intro in the game's engine, almost entirely as a fucking flex. The game's soundtrack also draws heavy influence from the score from the original show, and moves between dark and mysterious, and light and jovial, and does both quite well. However, the boss fight music in this game is a bit odd. Listen to this, and tell me this isn't a weird choice for a boss fight against a medieval knight. Some real fucking Beach Boy shit that is. Overall, Scooby Doo Night of 100 Frights is a pretty average title, and something I would only recommend to people who are really interested in the series. What positives and charm the game has are diminished by its glaring issues, so I wouldn't recommend it to everyone. Anyway, I'll be off now. I managed to exorcise the ghost of Keith Chegwin. Turns out all you needed was a VHS recording of Naked Jungle. If this video gets 30 likes, I'll review the only episode. God, I hope it doesn't.